Hello and welcome to another edition of Edu News 360, your school's news program. I am Diana Nuchiga. Coming up in the bulletin, the Kwale Quality Educational Directorate is urging all stakeholders to draw their attention to the boy-child education. She made this known at an event to commemorate the International Day for the Boy Child.
It's true that the focus has always been on the girl child, and that is why we have come back to realize we are only moving forward one section of her, because the two of us always move together.
And also, we bring you updates from the ongoing regional qualifiers of the National Science and Maths Quiz from the Eastern region.
The whole region, yes. If you beat this school, that means you are God. If you beat this school, it is unbeatable.
We started with some senior high schools. Today, we zoom in into the basic and junior high schools. To find out the school we are celebrating, join us in our News in Focus segment.
I aim, I go, I strive to succeed.
We have details of all these and more on Edu News 360. Now to our very first story. Over the years, the focus has been on championing the girl child education, neglecting the boy child. It is in this light that the Deputy Director of Administration and Finance at the Kwale Quality Educational Directorate, Mercy Asamoah, is calling on stakeholders to draw their attention to educating the boy child to help them overcome their challenges. There's more in this report.
16th May every year is dedicated to the celebration of the boy child. It is at the back of this that the Kwale Quality Municipal Education Directorate celebrated International Day for the Boy Child with the theme Moving Along with the Boy Child, Impacting Positively on Society. Addressing young boys, Madam Grace Bano, a retired prosecutor and a police officer, called for an enabling environment for boys to share their problems.
Your talent is hindered if you go to agree that you don't report. Hello? Please, am I making a point? It's very, very important. I suffered this. And by the time I came to realize, it was too late. But thanks be to God, who doesn't work with time. When I grew up, I realized that I made a big mistake. So you have to report every abuse that you go through. You have the institutions that if you can conveniently go there, you can report it. You have your school teacher, your class teacher, your headmistress or headmaster, your school counselor, the psychologist that is there. All those people are there that you can confide in them. And like our counselor said, if you get to hear of a child's situation, please don't use it as a point of reference. You damage the child for good.
Mr. Ebenezer Tepe, Education Portfolio Advisor at MTN Ghana Foundation, appealed to the Ghana Education Service to prioritize counseling of students.
Okay, so I think that what we need to do to support our boys is more, the emphasis should be placed on counseling because a lot of boys have experienced all kinds of abuses, but because of cultural things or cultural settings, that doesn't give boys opportunity to even voice and to make them feel that they are boys and they are not supposed to voice out and all that. And so it is important that we stress more on counseling, and then so that we can bring the boys up to speed, for them to also understand that, look, they are human beings, they need to show emotions, and they need support from society, just as the girls are getting, as well.
Mercy Asamoah, Deputy Director Administration, Budget and Finance at the Kwale Quality Education Directorate, says it is time to pay attention to the boy child, since over the years they have been neglected.
It's true that the focus has always been on the girl child, and that is why we have come back to realize we are only moving forward one session of her, because the two of us always move together. So we called for it. Parents cried for it. Teachers also went into it. Then educational session, the board put into place and realized the boy child is necessary to do something about it, because that side is also falling. We are neglecting it. Now, there are a lot of things we can do to make the boy child also to progress, because there are a lot of things when we found out the girl child was not progressing. There were a time ago that we didn't have girls going to school. We didn't have girls doing other things. They were not performing in school. Today, we also have the same thing with the boys. The boys are also becoming depressed. Most of the boys are falling out, peer pressure and all those things. Although they are there for a long time, but it's becoming worse. So with the boy child now in place, it means we have to realize a lot of things, put in more efforts to bring the boys back, talk to them, and then also engage them in activities that we were not engaging them before.
Some students at the event shared what they learned.
Well, I learned about how to be confidential in all things I do, and also not copying other people's style. Like maybe a friend is doing this, you are also doing that due to peer pressure, and also other organizations and authorities to report my cases to when maltreated, like the NGOs, the Shraj and the Dovsu.
My name is Edmond Nasibri. I'm from Osuringwe Basic School. I learned from this program, I learned that we shouldn't keep our emotions in us, otherwise it will affect us mentally or physically. And I also learned that human rights abuse is not good for, and also learned child labor can cause problem to the child.
I had an experience when I actually visited or was maltreated by my parents or my mother. It got to a time because of certain issues we couldn't talk or we couldn't relate that much. So it's actually brought a boundary between my school. So I had to stop school to do some work before I engaged. And if I had known that there are this institution which could have helped me, I would have gone there to report the case so that I would have been helped by them. But I didn't had any idea of something. That's why I couldn't join that.
The Ghana National Education Campaign Coalition on Monday launched the 2022 Global Action Week for Education celebration. The event was themed Building Forward a Resilient Pre-Tertiary Education through Inclusive Planning, and this seeks to bring relevant stakeholders to dialogue on actions for education in times of emergencies. At the event, the Jolu Special School wowed the audience with their splendid performance. That was pleasant to watch. Now, caterers on the Ghana School Feeding Program are urging parents to stop packaging food for their children who are beneficiaries of the intervention. This is because they resolved to discontinue the preparation of meals for children until their grievances are addressed. Chairperson of the association, Julian Akujo, said they are making huge losses from cooking hot meals at the current price allocation. According to her, they have vowed not to cook until government increases their current feeding grant from 97 pesos to 3 cedis per child.
We are not going to cook. We are not going to cook until we hear something from them. We need our payments, number one, and we want increment too. So we are not going to cook on Monday.
How much do they owe you?
2 terms. Payment is you cook 1 term, and another term when you are going to end the 2 terms, then they will pay you. So they own us 2 terms. How can we get money to cook on Monday? How can we get money to cook on Monday?
The children are not going to eat on Monday. How will they feed?
We don't care. We don't care.
Now let's do some NSQ stories. After 4 rounds of a heated contest, it was a tiebreaker question that decided the winner of this year's APSA Eastern Regional National Science and Maths Quiz Championship. St. Peter's SHS triumphed and once again asserted the dominance of undisputed champions at the region after winning the trophy for the 3rd time in a row. They continued with their winning streak by beating Empriso Senior High School and Presby Senior Technical School. Maxwell Atmaba has more from Kofridra.
To dignity of our own human race, the schools Martin, the schools Moto, Masresa. Degre tati omino, degre tati omino, to dignity.
Yamoto says, dignitati hominum, meaning for the dignity of mankind, and indeed, you have preserved the dignity of your school as the best national science and maths quiz school in the Eastern region. The Pesco boys in their blue uniforms are pointing to the blue sky. Indeed, that is the limit for them. The sky is blue and the Pesco uniform is also blue. The NSQ stage is actually blue and victory looks blue. That's what the gentlemen here are telling me. Full excitement, they are all overjoyed here at the point they were sitting at the edge of their seats, but they managed to beat the Empriso Senior High School and then Presec Ebri Senior High Technical School.
It was difficult because it was a very keenly contested match. The students all did very well from the various schools, so it was tough.
What does it feel like seeing him win now?
Just happy, very proud of his achievements.
Your expectations as he moves into the championship national?
We pray for more successes. It's only going to be more difficult, but we pray for more success.
A proud team, very excited, students singing in the background. Let's speak to the contestants.
It was a very tough contest. I'm very happy that we won, but I feel like it means we have a lot more work to do, and hopefully we'll come back stronger in the nationals.
You answered the question for the tiebreaker.
Yes.
What did it feel like when you answered for the first time, you didn't get it, and then the second time you had it?
I just thank God because I was very surprised when they didn't answer it after we got it wrong. So I just thank God, and I hope that we'll come back stronger.
What does it feel like holding the trophy?
It's been the grace of God, and I'm very, very happy. I'm very, very happy, very happy.
It feels great, but as my colleague here said, it wasn't easy for us. It's only by the grace of God we are here today holding the trophy. Without God, we wouldn't be here today holding the trophy this way. So we give all the grace and honor to God.
What do you think we should expect in the national championship?
I just want to tell you that you should expect the best from us. The best from us.
Let me talk to Ion.
Yes.
Ion.
Original. Original.
I saw you dancing after you answered the tiebreaker question right. What was it like at that point?
In fact, now I didn't know what happened. When they answered, I didn't know where I was. I thought I was in a different. So I didn't even know what happened. Yeah. I thought I was in a different. Yeah.
Highly excited. It was keenly contested, and in fact, I don't know what to say, but I'm so happy that we won for the 3rd time. And when you talk about school in Eastern Region, St. Peter's is the school. That's the only school in Eastern Region. Thank you.
See, we want to tell them something. When we were in the school, yes, We told them that we are coming. We told them that we are coming. And now we are here. You see, listen. The whole region, listen. The whole region, if you beat this school, that means you are God. If you beat this school, meaning you are God. It is unbeatable. Unbreakable.
It's a fact. The school is blue. The school is blue. Yeah, the school is blue. We are fast.
You're still watching Edu News 360. We are taking a breather. When we return, we bring you our News in Focus segment.